Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? This is HoloFi, and today I have a bunch of information on the smaller Easter eggs in the amazing custom Black Ops 3 map Der Hafen by the wonderful mapper Haxzerz. So we're going to jump right in and unpack all this stuff right now. I want to say straight away that everything in the map was found by players without hints from the map creator, except the hats. He managed to make them super elusive, and I only found the final steps for each of them with a little bit of guidance from him. I'm also going to give credit where it's due, so at the end of each section I'll say who found the steps or Easter egg, and if I don't give credit, I found it while playing solo or with one of many people. Shout out to YouTubers, TheDawnFox, callofdutyrepo, and Ascended Zombie, as well as the others that played with us for helping out. Other people have found some of these steps on their own, but they do not know how they got them, so I'm here to tell you how to get everything. Alright, so the first couple Easter eggs are just random things that the mapper added in. The first one is at the docks, there are 3 shootable ducks. One back here, and then there's one over off the front of the dock in the distance. It's kind of hard to see. It's way over there. And then there's one right over here to the left. You just go ahead and shoot all 3 of those. Credit for finding these steps goes to Ascended Zombie.
That duck. I must find ammunition.
Now the next 3 Easter eggs are all tied together. These were put in the map by the maker as references to some of his friends. If you go into the security room and melee this box, you can pick up Devon's League earnings. Now it gives you 714,000 points, but then it deducts them. Now there's one over here by the gobblegum machine outside of spawn. You interact with this desk, it opens, and then you can interact with the radio. I'm not going to play the radio audio because I was solo and it was hard for me to get it. The next one, you just blow up this panel right outside the rocket silo control room, and it reveals the radio there. If you have seen my other video or you have played Der Hafen, you might know that there are 3 teddy bears around the map which activate an Easter egg song. However, there are 2 more. One of them you can activate by exploding the toilet outside this window in the security room. It takes 3 times to activate it. Credit for finding this goes to Potsy Gaming. The last music Easter egg is activated by interacting with 3 guitars around the map. One is immediately to the right as soon as you get to the docks. The second is in between these 2 crates near the gondola. And the third is leaning up against the well in this tunnel.
A song! Let us dance!
The next thing isn't an Easter egg, but when you get the first double panzer round, one of the panzers will drop an extra perk slot for you. Don't worry if you don't manage to pick up the perk slot, the next panzer round will also drop a perk slot if you didn't get to pick up the drop. Now that you have another perk slot, let's go get some more perks. To unlock PhD, all you gotta do is get explosive kills in this room. I think it's within the purple octagon that's around the PhD base. This tube in the back shows a number 30 on it, so I believe it takes 30 souls to fill. You can use any explosive weapon. Here I use the Panzerschreck as well as the Mustang and Sally's in a different run. If you can manage to get an insta-kill, you can also use normal grenades. Once you fill the vial up with souls, you'll see the furnace next to it starts smoking at the top. The door on the front of it will open after a little bit of time, and inside you can find the shell. You insert the shell into the cannon across the room from it, and it shoots down the cage that's locked up PhD, allowing you to buy the perk. Credit for finding these steps goes to Mickey. Next up is Electric Cherry. On the top level of the rocket silo, knife the string coming off of this pole. You can knife the pole itself and still get the item to drop, but it's better if you knife the string. Now on the bottom level, you can come over here and pick up the transformer from the top of this trash can. The next step is to go to the top of the radio tower and place the transformer on top of this pole. Once you do so, you have to grab the galvanuckles and melee the panel that's down below it. This will kill all the zombies that are up there with you, so be careful if you're trying to save one. This activates the Electric Cherry perk machine and gives all the players up there Electric Cherry for free. Credit for finding these steps goes to Ascended Zombie. Next up, we have the challenges known as the Ritual of the Ancients. Each individual challenge will be randomized every time you play, but completing them will give you some pretty nice rewards. For the rewards, the challenge on the bottom gives you a free perk slot. The challenge in the middle gives you a free pack-a-punched weapon. And the challenge on the top gives you a free max ammo. Now, once you complete every single challenge, if you have multiple players with you, everyone will have to complete their own challenges. This will activate the reward on the bottom in the middle, which is a crystal. This crystal goes into the same room where you can find the rip saws. Once you place that over here, you can place your shield inside, and this becomes a soul box to upgrade the shield. I believe it takes about 30 souls. I cannot say for certain because I had a panzer round in the middle of this and I had to run away. But once you finish, it'll glow and you'll hear a sound. The player that placed their shield down will go pick up their shield and they get the upgraded Goddard apparatus. I don't know if it can take more damage, but you can see down at the bottom that it has 4 rocket bursts instead of 3. Once your shield breaks, you can pick up the upgraded shield from the crafting table. Next, the map has time trials. These time trials aren't super challenging, but they're kind of fun to do, honestly. For completing round 5 in under 5 minutes, you have access to the Path of Sorrow's Katana, which does take up a weapon slot. For round 10, you get the Ray Gun. For round 15, you can buy Gersh devices. And for round 20, you get access to the custom Venom X Wonder Weapon, called the Mortimer Duck. And now we're going to be looking at how to get the hats. The first one is, in my opinion, the easiest, but it did take me a little while to figure out the second step. The first step is to prone on every perk machine that's in the map. So to do that, you have to unlock PhD. You don't have to activate Electric Cherry. The machine is already there. You can just prone on it. Cue the proning montage. Once you complete the first step, you'll hear the activation sound. And now, the second step that it took me a long time to figure out is simply to buy gobblegums. You are required to buy 10 gobblegums to complete this step. You do not have to take them, all you have to do is buy them. The reason it took me so long to figure this out is because I don't normally use gobblegums, even in Treyarch maps. So it took me playing with a group of others, and we were getting ready to do the boss fight, and we were all hitting gobblegums, and we heard the activation sound. The hat gotten from this step can be found right here by this gobblegum machine on the crate. It is Weasel's cap, and it gives you an extra perk slot. The second hat is much harder in my opinion. There are 3 panzer claws around the map. You have to kill a panzer with each of the claws. If you miss, they do respawn once you kill another panzer. The first one is here by Deadshot Daiquiri on the shelf. In solo, I have noticed that there are lag spikes on the first panzer kill with one of these claws. It doesn't seem to happen as bad with multiple players. The next claw is right here in this tunnel above the well. I did down here, but I still got the panzer kill. I'm going to blame the fact that I didn't build the shield yet. The third claw is on this shelf in the sewers right outside of the spawn before the lab room. The Templar helmet is found right here in the lab room. Go ahead and pause the video if you want to see all the buffs. For the third and final hat, you have to get kills with 4 special weapons. These 4 weapons are the Ripsaw, the Gravity Spikes, also known as the Ragnaroks, the Rocket Shield, and the Traps. As you'll see here, my strategy was to use the Ragnaroks for a little bit, and then put them away so they didn't have to fully recharge. While they were recharging, I used the Rocket Shield and got kills with the Rocket Shield. And I just alternated back and forth between the two until I finished them both. If you're not playing solo, however, you will want one player focusing on each weapon. With the way that it works, one player has to fully finish all of the kills for it to count. That means that if 2 players get half of the kills each, it still won't be complete. For the traps, you can use any of the 3 around the map, but I found it easiest to use the electric trap. Even though I used the electric trap for most of the kills, I did go down and use the acid trap. It took 3 trap activations, 2 of which were the electric trap with a full horde of zombies. I believe the hordes on this map are 24 zombies, so that means it took more than 48 kills with traps to complete this step. Once this step is completed, you have unlocked the Mangler helmet. The helmet is located on a table right across from Mule Kick, and it allows you to take 1 extra hit from the zombies. Alright, and that concludes this Easter egg guide for Der Hafen. I know it's only the small Easter eggs, but I still hope it helps some of you out, at least for the perk machines and the shield upgrade. Now, I'd like to give one more quick shout out to everyone in the community that helped out with the making of this video and gathering all this information. All the information that we were able to find was just so helpful, and I'd really like to thank the map creator for the map and giving me hints for some of the hat steps. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. If you made it this far in the video, drop a comment that says cash back for all those max ammo gobblegums I got. There were like 4 of them. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace out.